Serious, rich people of Reddit who were not born rich. How did you get rich? I was an early employee of a .com company that eventually went public. Had no idea about stock options really, I was in my 20s. But one day I realized I was worth millions on paper. And was one of the lucky few who was able to vest and cash out a lot of $$, $$ before the various collapses. Changed my life. Same here. I wish I could take credit for great planning. But I also sort of lucked into it. I didn't have a clue what stock options were and how much they could be worth. Moved almost all of it out of the market just before the crash. Again. Not my super fiscal abilities. Just dumb luck. Somebody must be looking out for me. By my country's standards, by starting off as an employee, saving a little money each month, until I was able to buy myself some tools. Started my own business. Welding 12-14 hours a day. 7/7. 365/365. Always took care so that I spent as little as possible. And did my best as a welder. Becoming better and better over the years. I did a lot of reading. Taking courses for everything from metallurgy to logistics and planning. And talked as much as I could to advertise my business. Never refused a job. Unless it wasn't profitable. It was a hard path to take. But so damn worth it. My husband and I dropped out of college and got ourselves into big pharma companies. We then went to night school free and got our degrees. We both got promoted every few years, and as we climbed the corporate ladder, we never changed our standard of living. I wouldn't say we're super rich, but we'll never have to worry about money. Side note, my husband was often teased at the office for being the only executive not driving a high-end car. In the exec parking lot, there were BMWs, etc. and my husband's pickup truck. Moved up to middle management in the corporate and non-profit worlds. Earned the ropes of funding and capital. Started a company with some other people and now make a bunch. The trick to being rich. Despite making anywhere from $500K to $750K a year. I live in a $150K country house. Drive used Toyotas and married a woman who also knocks down a hefty salary. TLDR. Get stupidly lucky at the job lotto and solotto and don't spend any money. The trick is networking and never burning bridges. Make $215K a year through constant networking and making friends. People enjoy talking about themselves, so encourage them to talk. They'll become your best buddies in the industry and then continue on their coattails. Went from $60K to $215K in 3 years. Be friendly. Provide honest feedback. And express to those above you that your success is marked by their success. So help those above you to help yourself move up. By not spending money on unnecessary shit. My friends tend to throw money around at everything that comes their way. I was with them Friday night at an event and someone was trying to get us to buy something. They said to me, "You're rich. You buy it." I said, "No thanks. The reason I am rich is because I don't buy stuff like this. Besides the essential, I tend to put money into things that'll make me more money. I am worth well over $1 million, but I drive a 10-year-old truck. Sometimes buy clothes at Goodwill. And always haggle on price. Read the book Millionaire Next Door. It will enlighten you." Stock options from working at a tech company that went unicorn. You lose a hefty chunk, half, to taxes when you aren't starting with lots of cash to play with from the get-go. Which is frustrating. But in the end you still have life-changing amounts of money. I just saved up. As a poor person, rich has a different definition. Once I started making more, I kept hold of it, staying with my normal lifestyle. Haven't told my friend, but I am willing to help them. Same. We were happy and had no desire for stuff. We grew up poor and knew how to be happy without spending money. I say good for you. You'll never be sorry. Grew up middle class. Never inherited money or was given anything. Bought a business. Seller financed it. Grew the business. Bought some commercial real estate. 40% occupied by my business. 60% by other tenants. Little or no assets and negative net worth in 2006. Now I have $4 million in assets. A little under a $2 million net worth. I take about $250,000 salary. I am in the Midwest. I suppose this qualifies. Maybe not in California or New York. I got rich by making a lot of rich people rich and happy. Literally. I started working for a stockbroker at the City of London. Made it loads of money for the millionaires who used to trade with my firm. At this point, making about $150,000 before bonuses. Took a part of the clients and their loyalties with me to a hedge fund. Got a great job, pay equals $275 before bonuses. Worked at the hedge fund for about 2 years and walked out with a couple of mil in hand as bonuses. With a few mils in savings and FANF. I started my own fund. 1 year through managing money for people. I raised more $100 mother-in-law of all. Count stands at about $290 mother-in-law today. Not very rich. But I guess rich enough to be accepted here. Edit. Please refrain from Wall Street hate PMs. I am not the bad guys. Go talk to the people from GS City. We all say the same. P. Seriously. Duck you haters. I work hard for the money I make and so do you. Respect a fellow man's work. You idiots. Just because you couldn't make it here, it doesn't make me a criminal. Married into it. My wife's grandfather was the VP of a coal mining business. He recently passed and left her an incredible inheritance trust fund. I own several businesses and I am worth a little over $2 million all in all. Including the properties I own. Investments and minus a mortgage on one condo I am paying off. There is no trick. The only way to do this is hard work and sacrifice. You want to watch a basketball game? Make it 20 minutes and back to work. You wanna go on Reddit? You better be off it quick or not get on it at all. I'm on Reddit now for the first time in months. And I know I will leave soon to work. I saw my friends and colleagues floundering. Getting interested in their hobbies. I decided that I'd rather work as hard as I can and get the most out of life as I can. Went to a financial planner who told us to save $1,200 more regularly that he'd invest. 30 years later. Retired at 60 with $3 million. Do it. Doing exactly this starting 10 years ago at age 25. So far so good. Save young. Save a lot. Decent college plus good grades plus 99th percentile LSAT equals top law school plus top 5% grades equals top law firm plus sticking around for long enough equals salary plus bonus just barely in the 1% range. But still increasing every year. I would like to credit hard work. But it is honestly just been the path of least resistance. I won the genetic lottery for certain kinds of intelligence and have a tremendous aversion to failure. Real or perceived. So I picked the path I knew I would be naturally best at and worked just hard enough to succeed. So, honestly, how do you like your life? Mostly it's great. I was lucky enough to meet my amazing wife pre-law school and we have 2 great kids. The job is meh and I sometimes think about quitting for something less lucrative but more fulfilling. But the golden handcuffs are real. The best part of my job is that all the people I work with are really smart and effective. The worst part is that they are all lawyers. My husband began as a helper for an air conditioning company when we were 20. He learned everything he could. Took every exam and eventually became licensed. Now we are 30 and own an HVAC company here in Texas. It's people like you who restore my faith in the American economy. I don't know you. Kind stranger. But I am really happy for you. Good luck. My parents became rich in the weirdest way, by winning the Reader's Digest sweepstakes. $5 million. Paid over 30 years. They were both teachers. So growing up we had hardly any money. Yay them. We've done well by living well below our means and investing our savings. My husband both enjoys and is good at buying and selling stock and has made quite a bit of money over the years.